Hi, this is a Minute of Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now this week I want to talk about why you need to start thinking about building up the audience for your apps. Okay, so I do a lot of work for clients. They pay us to do an app and all that kind of stuff. We do a lot more work for ourselves. For me, if I had to choose between creating an app that makes me a little bit of revenue each month, or creating an app for a client that makes me a lot of revenue up front, I would take the one that creates a little bit of revenue, because that's over time that starts to snowball. And what I've seen now is that the majority of my income on a monthly basis is app income. It's my own apps making money, but I do client work as well. So it helps me to keep my developers employed. It helps me to buy a fridge or whatever I want to do for this month. So it really that's you're always balancing two things as an app developer. You say, if I go and work for clients, then I get I can get that first that immediate upfront money. But if I do my own app, I release it out into the world, and it could be lackluster, and I have to really work to get things up. However, another group of people that I talk to, and it's very rare that I'll have this conversation with anybody, but they have like an app idea and they say they want to partner with me. My answer 99.999% of the time is no. It's like, it's really not, it's not worth me going out and getting my developers or myself to spend 2 or 3 weeks or months or whatever coding an app, and then for free, and then hope that it does well, and then you just share your big idea with me. But however, one of the questions when I do have this meeting, and it very rarely results in anything more than just a meeting, one of the questions I ask is what kind of audience do you have, like how many Twitter followers and how many Facebook and all that stuff. And more often than not they say I'm not really into the whole social media thing. I'm not really into the Twitter and everything like that. And it just sort of shows me how it sort of shows me how difficult it's going to be going forward. Like, it's usually say, hey Eric, I'll tell you what, you code the app, I'll market it, and then together we'll split the proceeds, right? And when somebody says they're going to market something and they haven't even effectively marketed themselves, then it makes it really difficult. And it's hard to market yourself, especially if you don't have a product. You have to go out there and try to gain this momentum. One thing that I think a lot of people who I speak to don't quite understand is the scale that's involved in making money with apps. I mean, if you're talking about a free app, you're talking about having millions of downloads in order to make ends meet, or tens of thousands a day if you're going off advertising. If it's a paid app, you need to have a certain amount of purchases, which is very difficult, especially if you don't have a free app. I mean, if you look at my percentage of paid apps versus free apps, it's like I once had somebody say you should expect about a 2% return on purchases, and I see way less than that. I mean, it's like 0.5%, which it's still good. It's good enough for a small company like Overpass, so we can still make ends meet. But it's not the millions that people are expecting. So and I remember reading a few years ago, it was a book about publishing ebooks. So somebody saying, it was by a writer who said that these days publishers won't talk to you unless you have a social media presence, because they need you to start marketing your book before it's even published, because you can't rely on the publisher to do all the marketing for you. And I think it's pretty much the same with apps. If you're going to do an app, you need to start marketing that early on. You can't just wait till the app is done, put it on the App Store, and just hope people will find it. So, I mean, there's a huge amount of scale involved in apps. So, it's difficult. It's always a difficult conversation. So, but it is. So my message this week is build an audience. I mean, you have to kind of, start promoting your app as soon as you get the idea. You have to start putting the ideas out there. And you can't be this person who says, I don't want anyone to steal my idea, because you are overestimating how lazy everyone else is. Or underestimating, whatever. People are more lazy than you think. The amount of people who come to me with an idea and say, how do I know you won't steal my idea? Well, mainly because I'm too busy. And an idea, as I've said many times before, an idea by itself is nothing. So So that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry for a little rant there. I'll talk to you next week. Okay, bye. Hey, I really hope you liked that video. Now I do these once a week, so if you want to hear more, or you want to hear more about our experiences with the App Store, either Google Play or iTunes, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and please like this video and leave a comment. I love reading the comments. I love hearing what you have to say, even if it's just hello or whatever. And like I say before, if you're not sure what to say in a comment, like I never know what to say in a comment, I'll make it easier for you. Like if you liked it, just go ahead and say gnarly, which is an 80s term, or if you didn't like it, just say bogus, and if you didn't think any of it, just say right? So that would be a big help. And another thing you could do, which I'd really appreciate it, if you're on the App Store and you want to try one of our apps, look up some of the Overpass apps applications, either on iTunes or Google Play, and leave a review and let us know what you think about it, either good or bad. But it's we're all trying to build up in the market, so that would be a big help. So that's it. I'll talk to you next week.